Hey, welcome to Physical Embodiment Studio. I'm Courtney Sproles, a certified personal trainer, and today I'm guiding you through a full body strength flow. The intention of this strength flow is for you to tune into what your body needs today, to honor your breath, honor the rep range that feels right for you, stop when you feel done, continue when you feel like you need a little extra push, and listen to the contraction and expansion of each of the muscle groups as we move through them. We'll be going into some complex movements today where I challenge your balance and your mind-body connection. Again, this is a practice, so be patient with yourself. Honor where you're at today. If your balance is a little bit off, I'll give you some modification cues. And if you're feeling really good, then great, continue on. We'll be using one set of dumbbells. If you have multiple sets of dumbbells and you want variety, go ahead and grab them now. I'm using one set of 5 pounds. We'll be moving through several muscle groups in each movement. So again, if something feels like too much for you, then limit your range or take one and leave the other. We'll go through 8 moves together and we'll begin on the floor on your back. So find your way onto the floor. Lay down, take a moment to check in with your breath, the quality, the tempo. Feeling the inhale fully as your belly and your back press up and away from each other. Exhaling, letting your muscles relax, settling into the body and into the space. Breathing in big. Breathing out just as long. 2 more like that. At the end of your exhale, settle your hands down by your side in a low V. Roll your shoulders down and away from your ears. Begin to press your feet into the floor, knees bent, letting your hips get settled and heavy into the earth. As you lift your hips, we're going to lift the arms up and back. So take a deep breath in, exhale, lift the hips, lift your arms up and back until the back of your hands touch the floor behind you and your hips are all the way up. Inhale, lower your hands, lower your hips at the same time, same pace. We'll begin to move at your own pace eventually as you get in the hang of this rhythm. Noticing the aches, pains, cracks, pops, if any. And again, tuning in to what you need right now. You're feeling your breath move through you as you expand and contract the muscles. And we're starting to build heat in the back body, your hamstrings, your glutes, your lower back. The muscles are supporting your spine and your pelvis. You're visualizing the contraction of the muscle as you lift and breathe out, and the expansion and lengthening of the muscles as you lower down and rest. We're doing this first movement as an effort to prime the body for the bigger, more challenging movements. So it's extra important that we use this time to synchronize our breath to our movement and visualize the muscles starting to work and wake up. Let's do one more together. And when your hands and hips rest on the floor, take a moment of pause. Notice what muscles are feeling engaged. Begin to roll onto your side, push into a quadruped position, aka all fours. Grip into the floor with your fingertips, feeling each of your fingers pressing into the floor. Little arch lift of the palm. Soft bend in the elbows, shoulders down and away from your ears. Begin to tuck your toes and hover your knees an inch off the floor. Give yourself a moment of pause as you activate the triangle under your armpits and the core is engaged, pulling the navel in towards the spine. Start to lower your knees down for a moment and then lift them back up 1 inch. Lower and lift. You're starting to feel the zipping in of the inner thighs, the engagement of the deep core, and you might even feel your breath move as you lift up and lower down. I'm engaging the triceps and the lats to magnetize towards each other and feel the compression of every muscle in between the shoulders and the hips. 3 more like that. Last one. Settle the knees down, give yourself a moment of pause. Again, noticing what muscles were just working for you. And send your left leg forward. Right leg is at 90. Lift up into a upright lunge position. And we're going to start incorporating the weights now. So grab the weights if they're readily available. Left leg is still forward, right leg is still back. Now we're going to drop into a lunge as you curl the weights in towards your shoulders. And as you lower your arms down, you're going to lift your right foot up off the floor. Kind of like a single leg deadlift. Lower back down with the foot as you curl the weights in towards the shoulders and straighten the arms at the same time of lifting that right foot. 90-90 with both knees, open through the chest, straighten the arms and launch off the floor. This one takes some control and coordination, so be patient. Feeling the lengthening of the hip flexor as we lower, engagement of the glute as we lift. Controlling it, finding a gaze that's soft and focused on something unmoving. 2 more on this side if it feels good for you. Curling and lifting that foot. Now settle your right foot down to the floor. Send your left leg back. Find your 90-90 as you begin to curl the weights in towards your shoulders. Straighten the arms and send the leg back. It's okay if you wobble like a tree. We are made to wobble and flow, but we're still rooted and grounded in that right foot. Open chest, squeezing in the shoulder blades, finding the rhythm of breath that feels good for you. This is not about perfection, okay? This is you showing up for practice in your stability muscles and your balance and focus. And you'll notice the more your mind wanders, the more your body will try and wander, yeah? One more on this side. And settle your feet down. Give yourself a moment of pause. A couple deep breaths. Begin to bring the weights up towards your shoulders. Bring your feet hip distance. Ground through both feet. Soften the knees. Send your hips down and back into a squat. As you lift, send your right knee up. Both arms reach up overhead. Lower down into your squat. This time lifting through the left foot, grounding through the right. We're pressing and lifting that knee up. Abs stay engaged. Breath stays steady. If this bothers your shoulders, either drop the weights or bring the arms out in front of you a little more where they're in your peripherals. Pulling that navel up and in towards the belly, or pulling navel up and in towards your spine as you lift, pulling up through the crown of your head. Beginning to feel that heat build through the shoulders, through the adductors, inner thighs, through the deep core, and maybe in through the middle of your back. One more on each side. I'm gonna add this right leg just because I think I started on the left. Okay, give yourself a moment of pause. If this weight feels right for you, we'll be moving into some tricep work. So feet are about hip distance still. Soften the knees, hinge from the hips. Begin to bring the elbows up in line with the rib cage. And we're going to lift the heels as we press the weights back. Bend the elbows, ground the feet. Push your weights back towards your hips as you lift the heels. Bend the elbows, weights towards your shoulders as you lower them. We're feeling the engagement of the arches of your feet, the calves, the core, the triceps, and a little squeeze in between the shoulder blades to get those postural muscles engaged. So you can walk out of this practice feeling stable and strong and supported in your muscles and your spine. Find your focus, find your breath, pushing, engaging through the triceps. Try to focus the energy into the arches of your feet. Our feet do so much for us in our day, and it's important to exercise them with care. Gently pushing the knees out as if you have a resistance band on your thighs. I know you're feeling this heat. I am, so let's do 2 more. Groovy. Let's make our way onto the floor. The weights are still in hand. Wrists are facing in towards each other. Settle your hips down, lengthen through your spine. Now lift your feet up off the floor, so you're making 90 degrees with your legs. Wrists are facing in towards each other with a soft bend in the elbows. We're going to alternate tap the heel as we go into a chest fly. So you'll drop your right heel down, open like you're going in for a big hug. Exhale, pull together, and feel that engagement through the chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, contract. Feeling your navel pull in towards your spine as you lift your knee. Feeling the chest engage as you bring your arms up through center. And there's a slight external rotation of the shoulder. Pinkies lead towards each other as you bring the weights in through center. That's going to get your chest even more fired up, as well as the abs as we bring it back through the middle. Shoulders stay low, away from your ears. Lead with a proud chest. Stay connected to your breath. This is a moving meditation through strength, feeling the heat build, feeling the blood flowing, feeling the breath move in and out of your body. 2 more. Last one like that. And set your weights off by the side. Moving into some oblique engagement. Lift your head off the floor just a little bit, so there's a subtle tuck of the chin. Open through your chest, squeeze in between the shoulder blades. We're going to slowly rock towards the right, back through center. Rock towards the left, back through center. Now my philosophy is less is more with many of the movements we're doing today. This bite-size twist is going to give you a lot of engagement through the serratus anterior and obliques. So you're focusing on the abs contracting to lift your head rather than your neck pulling your head up, yes? I'm energetically shifting my elbow towards my knee without physically twisting it towards the knee. You know what I mean? I'm not like twisting. I'm just letting it pull softly towards the opposing knee. You might feel some shaking, some deep core contraction, definitely your breath. I like to be pretty bold in my breath, making it loud, feeling fluid. All right, let's do it. 1 more on each side. Give yourself a moment of pause, rest your neck if you need it. Extend your legs up slightly like you're making the shape of a banana. Pull your navel in towards the floor. If you haven't checked out our video on rectus versus transverse abdominal engagement, that will be a good one for you to follow up on after this, but we'll pull the navel in towards the floor to prevent bread loafing, puffing of the abs. Extend your arms down by your side. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Expand through the heart. Reach your fingertips like they're reaching towards a wall that's in front of you. And you're going to press your arms down as you hold this hollow body. If it's bothering your neck, find a little double chin. Imagining there's a wall behind your head and you're pushing it into the wall. Feeling your breath. Feeling your legs, feeling your abs, feeling your arms. This is your final move, so work with it again until it feels right. Building a little bit more sensation, a little more burn. Staying for 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. I hope you enjoyed our strength flow. Be sure to like and subscribe to Physical Embodiment Studio. I'm Courtney Sprouls. It was a pleasure to move with you today, and I'll see you next time.